So hello and welcome to FanFormula. So this week we've obviously had Germany. It's here. I actually watched it. I watched it on Monday. That was good. I did a media blackout. Always a winner. So yeah, let's get on with this week's question. So question one. A strange situation for the F1 teams this weekend, as the FIA believes that there was an issue with the Red Bull Racing engine mapping, but said the team were fine to use it in the race because the rules weren't quite strict enough to penalise Red Bull Racing. What do you make of this decision? The FIA, my favourite people ever in the world. Um, Rules are always meant to be broken, and as Formula One, rules are always meant to be grey, never black or white. So Red Bull got away with it, and it's the FIA's fault because they knew that that was probably a grey area in the terms of how it was written, and so the loophole could be challenged. And so yeah, I think if Red Bull could get away with it, in a way, good on them, because how many teams in the last 10, 15 years have got away with things because of the way the rules are written. We'd had last year, a couple of years ago with Braun, and the double diffuser row, and that was again all down to the FIA's way of wording things. So yeah, I think if you can get away with something that's a legal matter on a grey area, then I think at the end of the day it's not Red Bull's fault. They just took advantage of the rules. Any team would do it in the situation. Even HRT would do it. So it's not down to the team, it's down to the FIA. They need to be more stringent with the way they write their rules and the way they word things. But I think definitely in the next couple of days the rules it will be changed and it'll be better worded. Question two, which driver most impressed you in the race and why? I think it's got to be Jensen. He's got back on form, which is really good. Obviously, Jensen's amazing. So yeah, it's lovely to see him back on top. Raikkonen impressed me as well. He's quite, quiet in the race. But yeah, I'd say Button. Alonso's, impressing everyone at the moment really, and everyone's going to say Alonso. But to see Button come back from such a slump and come back for a podium, I definitely think he's my driver of the day. Question three. So two-parter question. Question three. With the results of the Vettel Button overtake require yet to be released, what do you believe should be the correct decision and the consequence by the stewards? So if I'm answering after the penalty was announced, say what you believe should have been the right decision. I still don't know what the penalty is, whether there was a penalty or not. So what do I believe should be the correct decision? When I looked at that again, me and the boy had a little look. Vettel clearly overtook over the white line. All four wheels were over the white line. To me, that's overtaking beyond the limits, and that should be penalised. If he'd overtook and had two wheels off, he probably won't get anything. But I think that he should be penalised a time penalty of some description. And part B, Christine Horner's question why Lewis Hamilton was allowed to get in the way of the battle for the lead. What is your opinion on the situation? Hamilton was out of position by a good 13 places, and he was fast enough. And yes, technically they shouldn't be unlapping themselves, but it made for very more interesting racing for me. And so Christine Horner's of course going to say, why did Lewis Hamilton get in the way? Why was he not blue flagged? Blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, that was great racing for us. That made it so much more interesting. So I definitely don't give a crap what Horner says. Really, I think it made it pretty interesting. And the static question: 50% of the season's gone. Who will be world champion, and why do you think he'll win? The top two is Alonso and Webber. I still think them two are the top two. I don't know who will be world champion. Part of me would love for Fernando to be champion at Ferrari. I've still got a little soft spot for Fernando, and that'd be really lovely. Part of me wants to win my bet that I put on for Webber to win the championship, because that would make Christmas for me if I won that money. And I like Webber, and he's getting on, and he's not going to go to another good team. And if Red Bull can't deliver the car next year, I think that's it for his career. Whereas Alonso's still a bit younger than Webber, and I think he's got a couple more years at Ferrari to prove himself, which he will. So I would like Webber really to still take the title. So yeah, that's my FanFormula for the week. Next week it's Hungaro, so I'll be back in Birmingham to watch with David and Ailish and of course Vicky. So yeah, you'll be, if you're coming to F1 pubs at Birmingham, I'll see you then. You know, and again, everything you need to know, Twitter, blog, everything is all down there. So yeah, I will see you next week for Hungaro. So bye.